for a UFO WIP update. Haven't done one of these for a while, and I'm ready to get back to sewing and get some of these projects done. So do I have too much on my plate? Yeah, I do that to myself. But I kind of like it because it keeps me busy. So you don't have to comment about how I've taken on too much. I know I do, but I enjoy it. I'm not one of those people that sits down and does one project start to finish. Sometimes I feel like I would like to, but I do things for myself, for my YouTube channel, for other companies, and so I can't ever just be working on one thing. So I've got a lot of things going, but I wanted to show you guys an update. When I got back from Quilt Canada, the good thing is that before that, I had really been struggling with sewing. I sort of lost the will to sew anything except for what I had to. And when I got back, I was really inspired to start sewing again. So I got some blocks done. Some of these things you guys have seen before. Most of these things you guys have seen before. But they're just updates on where I'm at. One of the projects I'm going to show you, the Socialites 2, I haven't gotten any further, but I'm going to show you the blocks again because that's going to get me to get some more done so I can show you again next time. So the first one I'm going to start with is the Cherry Pit block of the month, and the Cherry Pit is a quilt shop in Sevierville, and I'm probably saying that wrong because I do every time, Tennessee, which is near Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area, and I found that quilt shop on vacation one time, and then I did a retreat there a couple of years ago where I went to their retreat, and it was a great time. I love the owner of the shop. She's a really nice lady. It's a hometown shop. They have all kinds of great stuff, and I did last year's block of the month with them. This year's I wasn't sure if I was going to do because the fabrics were out of my comfort zone, but I thought I need to get out of my comfort zone every once in a while. Do I love the fabrics now that I'm doing it? They're not. They're growing on me. I don't hate them, but I don't love them. The one thing I wish they would have told me at the beginning, though, is that you need to save your scraps. So if you're a shop owner and you're going to run a block of the month and you need people to save scraps for stuff, make sure you tell them up front because not everybody is a scrap saver. They told us this last month that we need to save our scrap from the scraps. We need to start cutting cornerstones for the end when we put this all together. And I go, well, I don't have any scraps. But luckily, Quilt Shop about a half hour from here had this same fabric line. It's a fabric line by Kim Deal called Chocolate Covered Cherries, hence the Chocolate Covered Cherries block of the month. And so I was able to grab some yardage from there so I have plenty for my cornerstones now. So I'm in good shape. But here are the blocks so far. They're really pretty. They're big blocks. They're 15-inch blocks. So they go together really quickly. So I have the first 4 done, and the 5th one just arrived. I think it was yesterday or the day before, so I haven't done that one yet. I've got the fabrics ironed. I just need to cut them and put it together. But here's the first ones. So in my next UFO WIP update, you'll see that one as well. This one has a thread on it. A nice big old star. I love stars. You guys know that. And this one is, I need to take all the threads off these. The pinwheel. So that's what I have so far for the Chocolate Covered Cherries block of the month. And I think it's a cute name. And it's named after the fabric line, of course, by Kim Deal. So that's from Cherry Pit. Really like those. I like how those are turning out. Then I've been working on the Designer Mystery block of the month from for 2002 from Fat Quarter Shop. This used Nantucket Summer from Camille Ross Kelly. She is formerly of Bonnie and Camille. Most of you know Bonnie and Camille. Bonnie retired her mom, so she's continuing on. And this fabric line, you guys know me. The blues and the greens. Oh, this is probably my favorite fabric line ever of Bonnie and Camille if you put them together, but Camille by herself. She's doing a fabulous job. I love her fabrics. She came out with a fabric line after Nantucket Summer called Dwell, where she used these colors and then she threw a little pink and red in there, which I liked. And then this next fabric line coming up is called Sunnyside. It wasn't as appealing to me as the first two, but I still liked it enough where I'm also doing that block of the month because they picked her again for 2023's Designer Mystery. So here's 2022 so far. I have all the blocks done. So now I just need to do, and these aren't in order because I got them out of order, but I just need to do the finishing, which I'm cutting now. And the cutting it's taking a while. You're making extra blocks to fill in with these blocks and plus so it's like making, I think it's 12 or 16 new things to, it's like a whole bunch more blocks. So hopefully I'll have some more progress done on this next week. If not, at least I'll have all the fabrics cut. Like I said, I'm about halfway through cutting the fabrics, maybe a little more than halfway, but I'm a very slow cutter, so it takes me a while to do that. But these blocks are just gorgeous. And my friend Russ of Quilt Meets World, he's already made a quilt out of the Nantucket Summer. And I saw his and I was like, oh, I can't wait to get this done because the fabrics are so pretty. So here's a couple more. Let's see, 2 or 3 more. That one. This one I really like because it looks like a snowflake. And then this was, I believe this was the last one. Yeah. So really pretty blocks. So I just love this fabric. So I can't wait to get that done. So that's that. So all the blocks are done for that. I just got to finish cutting the setting fabrics and make the additional blocks and all that stuff. So the way they did it is they mixed these blocks in with, we have to put some sashing around some of them, skinny sashing, like 1.5 inch. And then there's some other blocks we have to make that are like a star with a log cabin around it. So it's like making all, like a whole bunch more blocks. So I'll get there eventually, but there's no timeline on that one. These ones that are my personal things aren't really a timeline. So this is the designer mystery for 2023 from Fat Quarter Shop, which I just checked to see because I didn't know if any of you would be interested, but it looks like they've just sold out. They had some up until just a few days ago, but I looked this morning and it looks like there is a wait list, but it looks like at least the backing and some of the stuff is sold out. So I don't know if you could get this or not, but this is Sunnyside by Camille Ross Kelly. So this is this year's. And so far, so good. I like that star, of course. So that's the designer mystery block of the months that I'm doing. Let's see. The next thing, which is also from Fat Quarter Shop, is the Socialites 2. Now, I had been showing you guys these. I haven't made any more progress, but I'm going to go through them again really quick, just for me, so I know where I'm at, and hopefully next time. I was thinking I only had 4 or 5 more blocks to do. I don't know why I thought there was only 20, but there's 25, and I have 15 done. So I actually have 9 more blocks to do. But I really love them, and so I'm going to continue on. I'm not sure if I like this setting, though. They released the setting, and I don't know, because the quilt would be really, really huge, like 99 by 99. And I don't know if I want a quilt that big, so I might come up with my own setting, or maybe I'll just do it. I don't know. I've seen some other people that posted their quilt finished that had a different setting that they came up with, and they were really nice, and they told people that they wouldn't mind if they copied them, so I might look through some of those and see if there's something else that catches my eye. I'm not sure if I love the way they set them. Plus, like I said, it gets really big then, that quilt. I mean, it could go on a king-size bed, which we don't have, so... But I love these blocks. And I can tell which ones I used more starch on than the others because some of them are stiffer than others, which is funny. Or more acorn, I should say, not starch. And that one. So I have 15 of those done. So I have 9 more to do. So hopefully I'll have some more progress to show you guys real soon. Okay, the other thing I've been working on is the Christmas Stitch block of the month from Pastry Shop Quilts. And this is still available. I will link all these things down below, by the way, in the description box below my video. The first month was just these blocks that they look like applique, but they're not. They're a panel that you cut up and then you just put yardage, like cut up yardage and put the strips around them. So that was month 1. And then month 2 and month 3, which is all we've done so far. And I don't remember which one's which, but here's one of the months, whether it was month 1 or 2. This one's probably one of my favorites. And here's another one. I think this was month 3 and the other ones were month 2, but I'm not positive. So those are going really well and they're so pretty. I love them. And then I'm working on the 2-color quilt challenge with Shannon Way of Slate Arts, and I are doing this on our channels. Those are the 2 blocks up here behind me, the blue and white. So the next 2 we're sewing up this Tuesday. believe that's June 20th at 6 p.m. live, Eastern Standard Time. So if you'd like to join us for that, you can come over and watch. The other thing I'm working on is the Vortex block of the month behind me here. That's from Legit Kits, and we've done month 1 and month 2, and I joined them together. So that's done, and that's up to date. So good news is I've got some things up to date. Okay, so the other thing I've been working on to catch up on, which I got all caught up on this week, I didn't have any of these done. I had one, I'm sorry. I had one done before I went to Canada, and then I went back and finished all the rest. So I get the So Yeah Friends box from, you guys know So Yeah Quilting, and every month they're including a sort of block of the month, and they're using Riley Blake solids, and the patterns are from Riley Blake. They worked with So Yeah to give us these free patterns. And so I had only done one from January. So when I got back, yeah, pathetic, I know. But I got them caught up. So here they are. And these aren't in any particular order because I can't remember which month was which, except for the last one. Which when I did the last one, I actually did the last one first, the May one. And then when I did it, I was like, okay, I need to go back and do these because I really liked it. And I'll show you which one's from May that inspired me to actually go back and do these. That was pretty. This was the May one, and when I got done doing it and the points came out so well and everything looked so good, I was like, yeah, I want to go back and do this because I wasn't sure if I was actually going to do this block of the month. So that is so pretty. All right, so that's the So Yeah Friends box block of the month. So I'm up to date on that one. So yay for me, because some of these I can go through and be like, yep, check, I'm up to date. So doing good on that. So the next thing I'm doing right now is I'm just going through I've been going through my quilts. I was asked to do a trunk show by a local guild here, so I've been going through them and deciding which ones to take to the trunk show. And also I've been looking through my quilts to see which ones I might like to enter in some of the quilt shows that are coming up. Now, most quilt shows require that when you enter a quilt, it's something that you made within the last year. So I'm kind of trying to remember when I made some of these. I've been going back and looking at videos and when I took pictures of things, because I try to take pictures of all my quilts. So I've got a few that I might enter in different things. So I've been doing that, and I've been taking a closer look at like the binding and all those kind of things, because that's typically where they mark you off the most, is the binding. And I've got a couple that like I want to fix, I think, that I don't think are good enough for a show. They're good enough for me for a regular, but for a show. So I'm going to go back and fix those. So that's something else I'm working on. And then the last thing is, the one thing that I'm really excited about is this Legit Kits. If you haven't seen Legit Kits, they're all over the place right now in the quilting world. They're paper pieced quilt tops. And the thing about them is, unlike some of the other big names in paper piecing, like Jacqueline Jejong or Judy Niemeyer quilts, which are all gorgeous. So this is nothing taken away from them. But on those ones, when you assemble them, you end up with these giant, huge pieces that you have to attach to the next piece. It can be a little bit scary, a little bit cumbersome. So if you're newer to paper piecing, that is definitely trickier. I think the Legit Kits are more beginner friendly because they break the quilt into a grid system. And they're all 8.5 by 11 inch pieces. And then once you finish that piece, you attach it to the piece next to it, and so on and so forth. And of course, there's little pieces within that 8.5 by 11. And some of the kits are harder than others. This one that I'm going to show you is in the more difficult range. The block of the month behind me there, that was definitely completely beginner. The pieces are really big, easy. Put that each month together in less than an hour. So those go together really quick. But this is the one I'm working on, and this is a more advanced one, and it's called Deep Dive. And you can't see it great right now, but eventually this is going to be a turtle. And I've got one little fin done there. So it's getting kind of big, so it's hard to show you, but hopefully you can see the little arm or fin or whatever you want to call it of the, I guess it's not really fin, an arm of the turtle. Flipper. So that's how far I've gotten in that. Actually, if I fold it in half, you guys can see it a little better. There we go. So I'm really, really pleased with how that's coming out. It's looking really good. And this is what I'm most excited to keep working on. Because it's been a lot of fun. And I love the colors. all these pretty colors. The blues, of course, but all the colors too for the turtle is just looking amazing. So that's where I'm at. And later tonight on my channel, live at 5, I'm going to be sewing the Puzzle Mystery Quilt from Cotton Cuts. That's the Village Green sew along. And then starting in August is the Carnival Puzzle Mystery Quilt Block of the Month. So lots of things going on, but all fun things. And I know I have a lot of block of the months going on, but it's kind of nice that they're block of the months, because once I finish that one, then that's off my plate for the month, and then I can go on and do other things. So like the turtle. So even though I have a lot of projects going on, it's really not like I'm doing 10 big quilts all at the same time, right? Now, when we get to the end of all these block of the months, because a lot of them run out at the end of the year, I'm going to have a whole bunch of quilts to put together. So I might be singing a different tune then. But right now, it's not too overwhelming, because you get a block done, put it aside, right, till next month. So not too bad. I am excited to work some more on this turtle, though. So I'm going to let you guys go. Have your day back. And if, you know, you're doing the Puzzle Mystery Quilt with me, I'll see you later on today. And in the meantime, I'm going to go work on my turtle. All right, guys. Bye.